Not near mint says he likes my style. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Since the beginning of all comic books, creators have been mistreated. As for better pay, only to be told,
No!
Then, something happened that brought all media together. The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic community. We support the just pay and recognition of these comic creators' comic fam. Because comics are for everyone. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, live from the United States to Australia. This is the Not Near Mint Show. A weekly YouTube show about comic books. Welcome to Not Near Mint, everybody. It is episode 116. It is November the 3rd, 2021. We're getting pretty close to the end of the year. And our special guest tonight, we are having Kristan Herrera. The name of the book is SIDEKICK for Hire, and we got him tonight. Let's bring everybody in. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
What's up?
No,
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
So how are you doing there, Kristian? Am I saying it right? Is it Kristian?
Yes, it is Kristian, just spelled weirdly because my mom wanted me to have trouble in high school. So, you know, the usual stuff.
With a Y.
Thanks, Mom.
It's spelled with a K.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, my last name is Worth. Apparently, our parents love it when they send us to school for character development.
Yeah.
My last name is Nervous, so yeah.
My last name
I would
is
love that.
Wiser.
White. Interesting.
Yours works actually very well.
Yeah, it goes with your personality very perfectly.
And Miracle Man, I mean, what else can you say? There's just nothing but miracles on this show.
His last name is Armpit.
Last name is Man.
Miracle Man Armpit.
It's hyphened.
So, Kristian, you must have read hundreds of comic books. What inspired your perspective from the perspective of the sidekick?
I definitely, like, as a child, I was reading comic books. I wasn't able to afford much, so I had to go to the library and just read whatever I can, which is like Ultimate Spider-Man. And that was actually during the time when the Ultimate series was just starting out, and they had a bunch. But yeah, I've read all those. I've watched all the Justice League TV shows. Obviously, Teen Titans was one of my favorites. I just love the sidekick because it was the one thing as a kid who was like, oh, I could be a sidekick maybe one day if I can meet some billionaire superhero who wants to take me under his wing. So,
yeah, that is something that you did bring up during the first issue where
Bezos.
Bezos would sound like a great supervillain hero.
yeah.
He's Lex Luthor, legit. It's so crazy. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And at that rate, I think one of them would be, it's William Shatner that was dressed up to go out into space, and he looked like he's probably going to be the Thing when he comes back.
Yeah.
When William Shatner's more introspective than like one of the people's richest like individual, Jeff Bezos.
When he comes back.
Scary as shit. Anyways.
Comes back with a goatee. Evil version.
This
I
is
think-
our
I
darkest
think
timeline.
To be fair, I think the goateed version might actually be the best, the good Kirk. I don't know if you've seen Bill Shatner on his social media. He can be a dick.
Especially to those that have met him in the comic book community.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Kristian.
Anyway,
back to you and your comments.
let's
We
talk about your
derail
book.
the show all
Yeah.
the time.
Back to this Kristian
That's
time.
totally fine. Hey, I'm
Yes,
enjoying
that
this.
Kristian.
You got to say it in a more exexhausted tone, like, yes,
Yes,
that
that
Kristian.
Kristian.
Come
Yeah.
on.
But I like I said, big Teen Titans fan, and then I just love sidekicks for that reason. Even the bad Teen Titans runs, I would always read those. It was just something about it. And then eventually, like during college, I was like, oh man, like couldn't afford as many comics, and like I was starting to share with my friends, and then they started paying me for my comics. So I started kind of using that money to help with making up my own one, and I started writing some more, and then eventually 2019 is when I officially like made my first comic. So
Nice.
like full comic.
How did that work out, putting out your first comic book as opposed to, you're now on issue 4 for Sidekick. What's it like from day one putting something out to today?
So a lot of it is me just stumbling through everything and still trying to figure things out. Even through like issue 4 that I'm on, I'm like, oh yeah, I should do this a little bit different than I did for like issue 2, 3, or even 1. But like my first one, like I was always writing stuff, but I never made a comic. I was always one of those people who like go to comic book conventions and talk to like the professionals, like, hey, how do I make a comic book? And the answer is always the same, which is just make a comic book. And I guess it wasn't until like 2019 where it actually like clicked in my head, and I started meeting people online, like Rick Alves, the artist, who is a godsend. He's one of the nicest, most talented people I've ever met, and he really liked the idea. We kind of worked through some of the story kinks together, and he drew out the whole first issue. It was great. We made sure he was fully paid for it too. And then, and then I was like, okay, now I got to draw him. Now what? I was like, I guess colors. And it's just like trying to figure out step by step, and then asking other creators online, like, how'd you guys go about this? What's the best way to find people? And this was all 2019.
That's cool though. That's how you had learned. That's awesome.
Yeah, so you found Rick Alves on Twitter, on Instagram. How did you find him?
Reddit, actually. There's a subreddit called Comic Book Collabs. That is the subreddit I would always suggest to people. I've started doing comic book conventions this year, and people always ask, like, how do you meet these artists? I would always say, like, you would have to go either out through Twitter, which I met the letterer, Tobin. He's great. And then on Facebook, which I met the colorist for both books, Veronica and Jimmy. And they both live in Europe. And then Rick actually lives in Brazil, and I met him through Reddit. So we're all around the world, actually.
I'm liking this more and more, finding out international team.
Yeah, I like it.
And even the logo by Winston Gambro, it kind of reminds me of that Hitman, or not Hitman. What am I thinking of now?
Kick-Ass.
There you go.
Yeah.
So when I see that
definitely
title, I'm like,
inspirational.
okay, it grabs my attention. I immediately have to look at it. And upon reading the first issue, so Leo likes his job as a sidekick, but it begs the question, just why would a superhero need a sidekick?
It's, for the most part, you need somebody to watch your back and somebody you trust. This whole story idea actually came about because we were always talking back in like high school, why aren't there any real superheroes? And the answer would always be the same. It's like, because it's dumb and dangerous. Like,
you die.
Yeah, you would die. That's the whole thing. And I think it's absolutely hilarious. And then I was like, well, like you would also have to fund it yourself. So that's where the billionaire or millionaire comes in. I was like, we couldn't afford it.
I like it. I like that aspect, that it's like, for him, it's, you look at a superhero as like someone who just wants to save the world, but he's like, this is paying for college. It's like a side hustle for him more than like, I want to do this to save the world.
Yeah. I mean,
the world. I need $1.
Yeah. I definitely made sure I kept it like more realistic. Like there's nobody with superpowers in it. I felt like if I put superpowers in it, I would have been too much like Invincible, which I love Invincible. That's where some of the inspiration comes from as well. But I wanted to keep it more grounded, more realistic, where he's like, okay, it would be cool to be a hero. Everybody wants to be a hero. Like I would hope so. If you don't, then probably a supervillain. But that's something else.
Anti-hero.
But yeah, exactly. But it's it was just something that a lot of me is in this book as well, because it was something I wanted to be a hero and just not being able to afford it. So the next best thing is being paid to be a hero, or at least a sidekick.
Yeah, nobody really thinks. No, everybody wants to be a hero, but nobody thinks about the preparations of becoming a hero.
Yeah. Everyone thinks being Batman's cool until you realize the whole backstory of Batman. You're like, that's a lot of work. Can I just be Robin?
Costume is just basically some thrift store clothes cut up and put together. That's
yeah.
With a better budget.
Yeah, exactly.
So the rich seem to be able to be superheroes, and the middle class or the poor are the ones that kind of need a job. But so far, we're just seeing the ground floor of this guy starting out the gig economy, I guess we'll call it, with the superhero business. So is it really only that the those that don't have money can only be sidekicks starting out?
It's more like I said, being a hero, like, it's dangerous. I've definitely touched upon that on the first issue. But it's a lot like, it's like if all of us had so much money, you're like, okay, we read all these comics, we bought all the comics we want, we still have extra money. Why don't we just try to be the heroes like that? Still dangerous, but to be on that level, to get all those gadgets, to get all those training, to have all the equipment that you need. In my book, in my world, you would have to be rich to do that. So
that sounds fair.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. So, but as a sidekick, if you're poor, then why not get hired for it?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the talent and you like what you do, you better not do it for free.
Yeah, exactly. So, and he keeps getting hired by other people because he has a secret identity every time he works with a new hero.
Is he posting this in like their world's version of Reddit, or is it like people like a website that's like sidekicks for hire? So is there an app?
So he's the first official sidekick for hire in my story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was other people doing it or not.
No, he is the I touched upon on the first issue where there's no like user manual to how to be a sidekick. So he's learning on the job. I always like to put a little bit of comedy in it. He doesn't use Reddit. He usually uses like their version of Craigslist on there. And he's like, hey, okay, why not? Craigslist, that's right. I was like, I gotta change it. I can't use the actual name.
When you look through Craigslist.
Now, Ace has a question here. Have you read Hench by Natalie Zena Walshotz? It's kind of the opposite narrative of your comic focusing on the villain gig economy.
No, but it sounds very interesting. I'm going to add that to my list.
This was something Comic Tom was talking about maybe a year, 2 years ago. It was optioned for a movie, and I guess we're still waiting for TV series, movie, something. That's the indie culture go-to. Hey, we got option. Is there a movie yet? It's been optioned.
It's a novel by one of my best friends, Natalie.
Oh, wow. So it's not Hench Girl that I'm thinking of, the comic book?
No. It's just called Hench.
Of something else.
Yeah.
That's two different things, separately.
I will definitely check it out. I'm always looking for new things. There's another indie writer that I really like named Doug Wood. He did Ultramax, which is kind of a what was it? It was about the henchman who like killed a superhero, and I always like the different aspects of the story.
Well, that brings to mind the first issue. Now, I got a good question here because now I really got to read issues 2, 3, and get the 4th. But having your hero getting unalived while sidekicking, does that affect your status in the gig economy of being a sidekick?
It would if people knew who he was, or if people actually thought he was the same sidekick. I have.
So if the person dies, do you just change your name?
He never gives his like actual full name to the other heroes, and for the most part, vice versa. It's still like that tenuous relationship. He's not the best at it. Granted, there's no one else, so it's not really like he has competition.
So I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I would probably do the same thing. You're just meeting this guy. He wears like leather and punches people at night. You don't want him to have your social security number.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Right. Yeah.
He's got billions of what? Dollars?
Right.
You
So
can find me? No.
that's an under the table type of gig. You know, there's no help.
I will say my character, not the smartest character in the world. Especially like putting an ad on Craigslist, and that's kind of mentioned in a further issue where
I'm
like
a sidekick.
yeah.
For hire.
Hey,
He's like, I don't put my name on.
Yeah, you post online, your IP address is out there. Now they know where to go.
The dark web.
But don't worry, he's using his college account. He's not using his home account. It's okay.
Genius.
Yeah, right.
That makes it even better.
Not far more difficult to find you when your name is first name dot last name at educational location.
Oh god.
So
I will not defend him.
There is something I did want to ask you because you brought it up earlier, and this is a little bit of a serious question. So, you mentioned reading all Teen Titans runs, even some that weren't that great. And personally, I am unfamiliar with Teen Titans runs that aren't that great. So I'm gonna nail your feet to the floor here and ask you: A, what's your favorite Teen Titans run? And B, what's your least favorite Teen Titans run?
Without sounding super generic, I'm gonna go with the George Perez and Marv Wolfman run.
Right, classic.
Because I actually have all 4 issues of the Judas Contract. I've read a bunch of that stuff. Even though that was before my time, I love it. Absolutely love it. And then I think the Jeff Johns run is a close second for me. The worst one that I still secretly love would be the second reboot for the New 52 Teen Titans run.
The second reboot. Okay, yep, all right.
Yeah. So, because they did the New 52, because that was when I was actually starting to able to actually fully purchase comics was when the New 52 came out, and being a youngster being like, oh yeah, this is great, this is the perfect stuff, and then I find people online being like, it's not great. I was like, yeah, all right, I still enjoy it though.
Well, see, yeah, you same run that had Superboy in an outfit that he never ever appeared in.
I believe so.
It was like a unitard. It was like a one-piece unitard type thing. Yeah.
He had his own series and whatnot. It was a weird time.
It was not great. I'm with you actually on that. It was not great. It's not great if you were a long time DC fan, but you were the perfect person for it, obviously. New kid, just able to buy books.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect jumping on point. That's great. It worked out for somebody because here you are making comics, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it came out good stuff from it. So I still I have a hard time crapping on any style comics because people put a lot of work into it.
Sure.
And even if it's not the greatest comic ever, I still enjoy it because as a creator, I know how it feels if somebody was like, this book sucks. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll just that last 9 months I just spent on this doesn't mean much. Cool, thank you.
One of my favorite cartoons of this year that I saw actually was a guy wanted to make a comic, and he gets all excited, and you show him he's going through all the phases of making it, producing it, getting an artist, getting a letterer, getting all that, putting it together. Months and months and months go by, and he's sitting at a con, and he's like, "Hey, try out my comic," and the guy just goes, "No, thank you," and you just see tears streaming down.
Oh man,
heartbreaking.
I did conventions for the first time this year. I did 3, and each of them had varying experiences. I'm glad I did all of them, but there was a few people that came up to me where one of them was like, "Oh, this seems like a really cool comic. I'm really into this. It's awesome." I was like, "Yeah, but it's just not going to fit my collection, so I'm not going to buy it." I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks for the compliments, I guess. He's like, "Yeah, my wife will just throw it away." I'm like, all right, you don't need to explain yourself anymore. It's fine.
I'm already dead.
I was like, it's fine. Cool.
Wow.
If you don't want to buy my comic, that's okay. I'm like, I want people to buy my comic and enjoy them, but if you don't want to, I'm not going to force it down your throat. So.
No, it's okay. I'll take it. I'll throw it away for you.
Nope. Stop talking. Go to jail.
Yeah. That whole con experience, I go to cons and you go to some of them and you're like, oh, well, over here's Ron Mars. He's got people around him all day,
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna go see Ron fucking Mars, right? And then you look over there like, oh yeah, there's that guy from Source Point Press with his first book, and literally nobody's walked past his table all day long. You feel just terrible for him. I spent a half an hour talking to the creator of Morituri Strike Force. Because nobody was talking to the guy, and like after half an hour, I was like, "Man, I got to stop talking to this dude. He's like sucking away all my con."
Yeah, what a great story.
So
it hurts me. I don't even know the guy, and that hurts me.
Right? I felt bad, and at the end of it, I was like, "Oh man, I shouldn't have felt bad."
Lordy.
So what? So you're doing the Sidekicks book here. Is there plans for more in the future? I mean, other than this, do you have other ideas kicking around in there?
I definitely have more ideas. What this plan for Sidekick for Hire right now is to be a 5-issue series. I did something which a lot of people would refer to as stupid, where for my first full comic book I was like, oh, cool. I'll make 5 issues of this one series that I want to do. Because I just love the issues and the floppies that people like to buy too. But I also think it'd be great to put them all together as a graphic novel eventually and just have that and share that with people. But after those 5 issues, I think unless it gets picked up by a publisher, which I'm not going to hold my breath for, I make comics because I really love it. And when I figured out I could self-publish it, it's been more fun that way lately. But yeah, I'm working on a few other things right now. Talking with local creators. The new thing I'm actually working on is a online comic that I'm going to put out for free called Prolong. So that's the new one I've been working on this past year because that one is actually a little bit more. This one's tonally different from Sidekick for Hire because this one's very much more somber, more serious. I found out everyone has a story about death, so I wrote one myself, and this was helping me get through some depression that I was dealing with earlier in the year. I'm sure a lot of people had to deal with that as well, especially during the pandemic. But yeah, and this is something that kind of helped me get through with writing it. And then the team that I'm working with on it, it's just, they've been enjoying it. They've been putting their own heart and souls into it as well. And it feels like something real special. And I like to make people laugh in my books too. Like Sidekick for Hire, I try to put a few jokes here and there. And then when I was writing Prolong, I was like, I don't know if I really want to charge people for this because it might be a little sad. So I'm going to put it online for free. And if people want to throw a few bucks, they can. But I know it's probably not the strongest business plan, but I figure why not?
The way that you kind of finished out the first issue with a bit of PTSD really grounded that first storyline, and it stalled me. I kind of wish I had more time this evening to have read all 3 of those before we went live.
Thank you.
Now, the next thing I kind of want to know is if this was like Uber and your person kind of was unalived while you were on business, would that kind of decrease your rating, or because of the fact that they're no longer alive, that rating stays the same? You just change costume.
Yeah. So the only person who can give him a bad review is the hero who died. So he can keep working. Yeah. The main character, Leo, he just, he basically keep doing other jobs because the heroes die. And he's it's a dangerous job. He's not the one who's murdering them or anything like that. That'd be bad. But he's like, okay, well, I need a new source of income and I don't want to flip burgers. So I guess I'll find a new hero to work with.
And it's that last part. I'm just thinking of that last scene, and it's just it trips me out because it's you read. I'm sure they have comic books in that world too, and you read about a superhero having to live with the mistakes that they made, and he got not only did he. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but
it's okay. It's been out for 2 years.
Not only did he get his partner killed, he killed somebody himself.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Sorry.
Yeah, when I was first writing the first issue, I was like, okay, well, I mean, the hero obviously has to die, or the superhero has to die for it to go. I was like, but there's something extra missing, something that he has to be actually struggling with, and that's why I kind of got this idea from, I forgot I forgot what series I was reading about, but it was like something to do with like the Punisher and Captain America, and how Punisher doesn't refer to himself as a hero because he's basically murders people, and like he tells people like, don't look up at me, look up towards Captain America, somebody who actually does the right thing.
Too, yeah.
But I was like, okay, well, this series, like, it's supposed to be funny. That's the whole point of the first cover. But I also want to add serious part, and I want to have him struggling with, should he be a hero? Should he be a good person? Can he do that while he's being a sidekick? It's a lot of internal struggle for him, along with balancing the whole college and superhero life. So,
yeah, there was definitely a good balance of that, like a little bit of comedy, a little bit of life, a slice of life, a little bit of like seriousness, and then some action. So it was definitely done really well.
I try my best. I like I said, I just want people to enjoy it too. There's times where like I get parents like, "Oh, a comic book. Can my kids read this?" I'm like, "Ooh,
probably not."
Mom, let me show you the worst page on here," and then they'll see like somebody get murdered. It's like, "Oh yeah, they see that on TV every day." I'm like, "All right, cool. I don't know what you're watching, but if you still want to buy my comic, it's only $5."
Considering that my job as a court reporter, I get a lot of attorneys that go, "Oh, you're into comic books. Oh, you do a show." I have a 6-year-old kid. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
They don't want to watch our show.
Not at all. I mean, prior to having BJ Wimpy doing the whole Emperor run, we started off the show a little bit differently, talking about if you do a lot of meth, you can spend a lot of time searching for comic books. And that was our opening for about the beginning until like the last couple months.
Classic.
You guys should have kept that opening for me. That would have been great. My mom would have loved this. I'm pretty sure she's watching it.
Maybe next episode. And here we have, from the first issue, the introduction of the first two characters. Now, knowing what we know, they look a little bit confident. Perhaps some would say overconfident.
I definitely wanted to get the whole like old school Superman feel from them and like old school Robin look.
He even throws out the sidekick little silly puns. Like,
like I said, I love all superhero stuff. I love even the old Batman Adam West series, stuff like that. It's all super campy and ridiculous. Oh, it's great. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. But as much as I love superhero stuff, I can easily make fun of it too, because I know how ridiculous it is. It's like anything I like, there's things where I'm like, oh yeah, this is really great, but very easy to make fun of. So,
like Wonder Woman was campy as hell. Linda Carter one.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that for the longest. That was a show.
It's so great though.
And I just saw a clip of her spinning around on YouTube.
You're fucking killing me here, Kurt. You are fucking killing me. You did not know Linda Carter. I got friends who watch this show. You know how much shit I'm gonna get that you just said you didn't know Linda Carter played Wonder Woman.
I said for the longest time.
Wait till he finds out that she was president of the United States on Supergirl.
This is great. I love the art. It's a fun story.
Thank you. That was all Rick. The first issue is Rick Alves, and the colorist is Veronica Saraceno. She actually lives in Italy. She's working on her own book right now, which I think is being crowdfunded. I forget which site it is on, but she's an artist as well as a colorist too.
What's her name?
I hope it's on the non-fascist site.
It is not. It is not on Indiegogo. Her name is Veronica Saraceno.
Okay.
So here we're getting to
definitely follow her on Instagram,
where the main superhero kind of realizes, I don't have eyes in the back of my head, which is fine because now I have nothing in the back of my head.
To be fair, he has bits of bone.
He has bits of bone.
This looks like not the best time for him. It looks like there has been better times in his life.
And that's
they're definitely
got real for me on that part. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
He did this early?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like watching the movie Psycho on day one going, holy shit, they killed Janet Leigh in the first reel.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. See, that's the only thing I didn't like about Watchmen is it's way too unrealistic. None of those guys get killed. I mean, like Dollar Bill dies
Yeah.
in the Minutemen, but that's it. The rest of them like survive. They grow old. Like most of these, if you're a real life superhero, most of them would be dead before they're like 35.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they say that if you were Batman, you could only really be operating for real for maybe 4 years before your entire body would give out on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I will say there's a quick mention in there where his friend's like, dude, this is like the 4th superhero that's died.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's the 3rd. And like, it's not my fault. It just kind of happens.
One.
And I will say, when I was like writing out the whole story, I have like small short stories that I don't know if I'll ever release it, but it's just like what happened with those other heroes exactly.
Oh.
But it's just like fun stuff that like it's fun for me to work on, even just as a storyteller, for me to be like, oh yeah, it's just some little exercise. And then that Craigslist ad where it says no adoption necessary.
Very nice. That'd be a good thing to add in. If you ever do a collected edition of this and put it out there, that'd be a great thing to add in the back.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, if the Kickstarter goes well, I always thought if I blow through my goal, I would have stretch goals. But yeah, it'll be nice.
So I'm not going to show the entire issue here because you get a great reveal at the very, very end, and this is why you should be picking up issues 1 through 3 and 4. Is that out yet already, or we're still getting to the goal?
It is not yet. Actually, the Kickstarter, there was a few other things, financial issues that happened this year that I had to get everything situated. So we have pushed the Kickstarter to January 3rd, starting off next year strong.
That's my birthday.
Issue 4. Oh, hey, perfect. So everyone can celebrate your birthday and buy the comic too. Or
will there be a catch-up tier for those of us who want the first 3?
Absolutely. Yes, I make it very easy for people to get all issues if they want, especially for the collectors. I will also say I've started doing this thing, especially for rewards, where I'll do variant covers only for like I only do 1 variant cover per issue. But I've been working with like local artists who are local to Atlanta, Georgia, because that's where I'm from.
That's awesome.
Because like all these other people that I work with, like everyone's fantastic. They're all around the world. But I was like, okay, I kind of want to work with people in my own like close community. So I've been kind of making friends with people.
Artists, like give them a chance, to get their work out there. I like that idea.
Yeah. And they've been doing some great stuff. Like Emily, she's just did this. She usually does anime style art.
Can you
for like
blow that
conventions.
up, Rob?
Blowing up now.
I like that cover.
Yeah. So it's one because we were supposed to do a convention together. We planned one at the beginning for middle of 2020, and we planned that at like January 2020. Then the pandemic happened. So I have this like exclusively through Kickstarter, and then whenever I have them with me at conventions. And then this other one, which I'm actually working with her. Her name is Alison Bardo. You can actually follow her on Twitter and Instagram.
That's a nice one too.
Right? So she's been working in comics for, I think, about 5 years or so. She's working on other projects, some secret projects that she can't even tell me about. But she and I have been like bouncing story ideas off of each other to see what else we can work on. So, and then I'm working with another artist on the new issue as well. So hopefully that works out. And he's a fantastic artist. He's actually Pop Gore on Instagram. So a lot of cool people.
So that actually brings up a really good question now. From the very beginning of the show, when you started talking about Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley, you thanked him at the very end of the first issue. What was it like growing up reading comic books for you?
I'm sure I'm like my comic book origin story isn't very different from, I guess, a lot of people. Nerdy kid, kind of lonely, kind of recluse by myself. My grandmother took me to the library back in Florida when I was raised by my mom. And that's when I started picking up comics. And I didn't I didn't really have much. My mom is one of the most wonderful people in the world. She's helped me and supported me every day of my life. She still calls my comic books funny books, which I think is great. But other than that,
you still rewriting them funny books.
Yeah, but she's like, I'll buy 5 and share it with all my friends. I'm like, all right, mom.
That expression too, dude.
What a great mom.
She's
still collects the Pokemon.
Oh man,
my mom was the reason I'm a big comic person today myself. If it was up to my dad, they would have been kindling for the fireplace. So that's great to hear.
Yeah,
which is ironic because he collected baseball cards too.
Yeah. So my mom was wonderful. She was supportive. My grandmother too. She wanted me to read more, and then I kind of just gravitated towards comic books. Like I said, Ultimate Spider-Man was one of my first. In fact, it's so good that on the back wall over here, I have the first issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, whichever way.
Nice.
And then the first appearance of Miles Morales.
Very cool.
That is nice.
That Ultimate Fallout.
I love both of them. I love all the Ultimate series, even like the bad issues, as people call them. So
I'm gonna guess you picked that up for cover price.
It's been recommended to me, like the whole Ultimate Spider-Man series.
I won't lie. I struggled to get into Ultimate Spider-Man, but most of the rest of the Ultimates I really enjoyed. Even the Ultimate Comics Ultimates, which was I think probably part of that bad.
Oh yeah, Ultimates was really good.
Yeah, I will say Ultimate Spider-Man for me was like, because everyone knows Spider-Man, everyone loves Spider-Man, but Ultimate Spider-Man, when that came out, that was like while he was in school. And I was like, that was when I was in school. So obviously I gravitated to that more than Amazing Spider-Man, which I believe was working as an inventor during that time. I forget exactly the time period. So it's kind of hard for a kid to...
Miles is perfect because they did that one more day nonsense because they're like, Spider-Man's got to stay a teenager forever, which is probably the reason I cannot enjoy a Spider-Man book personally. But now you got Miles, you can stay young, you can have Peter grow up and do grown-up things like not be in high school for 60 years. It's a great idea.
I also appreciate Miles mostly because his whole character is like, man, how do I like be as good as that Spider-Man? How do I live up to that kind of legacy? Like, it's very hard to live up to that. And I was like, I get it. Like, I feel like everybody understands, like, oh, you want to get up to that certain level. Like, even in comic books, there's writers and creators and artists that I want to get up to that level, obviously.
Right.
I don't know if I ever will. I'm having fun making the comics I am now, but I want to, and I'm just trying to figure it out as I go along too, which is something that makes me a little bit more of a fan of that. So,
well, real quick, I just want to get to the last question here. What would you like the next generation of comic book creators to know after everything that you've dealt with up to today?
The one thing I would like the next generation to know is that even though it's a lot of work, you can make a comic yourself. I'm always trying to figure out something new to do, something different to try out with comics. Like I'm doing my series Sidekick for Hire. I did a 1-page comic that I really had fun doing with a few other people. I'm trying to teach myself how to draw right now to like even do a zine that you don't need a big publisher to make comics. It helps to get that extra money, but you shouldn't be making comics to make money. You should be doing it because you love it and you're having fun. And I'm having fun doing it. And if I can make money, that's great, but that's not my first goal. And that's coming from somebody who graduated business school. So
nice.
Now, Kristian, where can people find you? Is there going to be any conventions or appearances that you'll be making anytime soon?
For the rest of the year, no. Holiday season, got to spend it with my family and my lovely girlfriend and all that because I want to. But you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both of them are Yes That Kristian. I post stuff constantly. I'm doing there. I'm setting up more conventions for next year. I know I'm doing South Carolina Comic-Con in, I believe, April next year. And I'm trying to set up a few more. But if I ever have any more, I will post about it either on Twitter, Instagram, and even my website at KristianHerrera.com. And then I will be posting more stuff about the coming up Kickstarter for SIDEKICK for Hire #4 and for the online comic prologue that I'm working on.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to reading the next issues 2, 3, and 4 as soon as it becomes available. Kristan Herrera, thank you so very much for coming this episode.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. We're about to do something called comic book therapy. You might have heard of it. We're going to show some new comics. I don't know if you want to stick around, but otherwise, we're about to get to it.
Yeah, I will actually be heading out because my girlfriend and I have date night tonight. So we're going to be hanging out after this. So it'll be fun. But thank you guys so much. I'm excited to watch future episodes with you guys too. So it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hi,
guys.
Go have fun with real people.
Try. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Card game.
Hey, real person? I'm not a real person. Oh wait, I just revealed.
I'm just a code. You know.
I'm just 3 alien trash pandas.
Accurate. You are indeed 3 alien trash pandas.
So, are we ready to show some books tonight?
Let's do it.
All right, here it is. It's your moment to zen. This is time for comic book therapy.
So, what exactly is the problem? Tell Dr. Worst.
It's Swole Black Cat. I see her in my dreams.
It is okay. Swole Black Cat cannot hurt you.
Well, what if I want her to hurt me?
What?
What? I'm never going to get tired of that.
That's actually a pretty good one. Yeah, I got to say that.
So who wants to go first?
I think. Ace is going first.
Yeah, I might hop off in a minute because I'm not feeling well.
Sorry.
So, first, Kayla Miller sent this for my comic club, and she even signed it for them. So
sweet.
Nice.
And outside of that, got Barbarella.
Great art in that book.
Blue Flame.
I really
get that ball.
Chilling Adventures of Sorcery.
Hell yeah.
That's a great cover.
Oh yeah, I got all the covers for that.
Dirtbag Rapture.
Is that issue 2?
Yes, came out today, I think. Got Harley Quinn number 8.
Oh, I love that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful cover.
Human Remains.
What issue is that?
2, right? Yeah. Me, You Love in the Dark.
I can't wait to read that.
What's that for?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so much catching up to do.
Mom.
Final issue.
Nice.
There's only 5 issues?
3.
Oh, 3. That's it?
Yeah, only 3 issues.
Red
3 extra
Sonja.
size.
They're huge. They're like $5.99 each.
Oh, jeez.
The Rush. And The Rush.
Hey, Tyler.
The Silver Coin.
Very cool.
Sweet Paprika.
Nice.
Sweet Paprika.
Wait, what
Thing
issue is
Called
that?
Truth.
Oh, Sweet Paprika.
4.
Okay.
Vampire the Masquerade. And then Wonder Girl.
No.
Wonder Woman Black and Gold.
No.
Wait, did that come out today? Or was that last week?
I think last week.
Okay.
I missed last week. World of Darkness. And I got 2 graphic novels. So I got Lore Olympus, which is a webtoon they finally put into print. Y'all should read that.
What's it about?
It's like if Scott Pilgrim was like the Olympic gods.
Yep, I already want to read it.
Yep. And then Rock Stars from Volt. They sent that, so thank you.
Someone changed their last name in that.
Yeah. Whoever that person is, change their last name.
Hutchinson Cates.
And that's all that I have. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Nighty night, love you,
I only
bye.
have like 3 books to show.
Okay. Comics on the mind. Should I show the stinger, or should I just go right to you?
You can do what you do, bro.
Do what I do,
you
bro.
the DJ.
Do what I do. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Now, I'd like you to think of something specific with your organization, and that you will not object to having disclosed.
Yes, I have something. Do I have to close my eyes?
It doesn't matter.
All right, yes, I have something.
These are comic books, and they're soaked. Soaked. Look, man, this is all soaking wet. That makes them worth nothing. Shitola.
They dry by cells.
You don't. I'm with you. I collect comic books. You don't dry them out. They're done.
You're gonna get Spider-Man, the Plutonium, and Scotland.
I didn't see that. Jesus Christ.
I love it. I love it every single time. Okay. So I just have 3 books because I'm not at home right now. Obviously, I'm out in Fresno at one of my friend's house. But shout out to somebody in the chat, my Zombro, Comic Zombie. I hung out with him this weekend and had a blast. And he AOK'd me 3 books. So I just wanted to show those 3 books real quick. First issue of Hell Cop. Never heard of it, but said it was really good. I didn't notice this until I opened it up earlier and realized that it is wraparound. So that's pretty cool.
Ooh.
So that's really cool. And then y'all know I love me some Ben Grimm action. So the next 2 are just awesome. I'm not collecting Fantastic Four, but this is a nice Halloween. If you're on Instagram in the comic book community, you know everybody was posting this on Halloween.
Super cute.
It was a fun issue.
Yeah, I still I'm not reading it, so maybe I should jump on it. Maybe I'll read this issue, but this is the piece to resistance.
It's actually gotten better. Ooh.
It has. Let me know when it started getting better, and I'll hop on it. I heard it was garbage for a while.
It has been, but it feels like it's getting better.
Okay.
But let's see the next issue, because that's just a filler kind of issue. That's like an anime when you're going, hey, it's a hot springs episode.
Yeah, I'm already know. We're going to the hot springs. But that's my little pickup while I was out here. Shout out to Comic Zombie. If you're not following him on Instagram, he doesn't have a YouTube yet. But he has an Instagram, Comic Zombie. Adam, check out his posts. He posts like great content on there, especially a lot of horror themed stuff. So just check him out. But that's all I got. So,
Thank you for sharing.
So who wants to go next? We got Lady when we got the Miracle.
I want Miracle Man to show his stuff.
You got some classic backers.
Don't do that, Scott. Show your books.
I'm not even going to show your stinger. I like you that much. I love you, man.
You don't
Let's
really
see the
like
books.
you lying motherfucker. I have. So I got a delivery. I did a bunch of stuff off of this site called Hip Comic.
Hip Comic.
I picked up some of the back issues I hadn't got yet, and I picked up some of this week's books. I didn't actually get all of this week's books, believe it or not. There was a good amount, but we're gonna get into it here. First things first. You know, if you went to the comic shop today and you looked on the shelf, you're gonna find the two Toms have a new series. Tom Taylor, Tom King. Here we got Tom Taylor's Dark Knights of Steel. First issue came out today, and then we got Tom King's The Human Target. Look at that variant cover. Isn't that
what are these about?
Beaut. So The Human Target, I'm going to show you a little bit of the interior. Check this shit out. Human Target is actually about a very obscure character I don't know when he was first created. I know he was a little more prevalent.
Action
70s,
Comics
80s.
422.
Yeah, he's not.
1971.
He's not that great of a character, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
No
but
one knows who he is. He had a TV series.
He did. He actually had a TV series.
No way.
Yeah, it was more like a mini series, but yeah, he had a TV series. It sucked. But this is a whodunit because he'll pretend to be you in order to protect you. And as you can see, that's Justice League International on the cover. And the reason that Justice League International is on the cover is because this story takes place during the Justice League International era. And there we have, oi, oi, oi. And there we have the Justice League. Man, my camera fucking blows.
Is that the OG?
That's the Justice League International. Yeah, that's the 87. That's the Giffen and DeMatteis.
Nice.
That is the Bwahaha League.
I love that. That's my favorite series.
Gotta love it.
Where Batman punches Guy Gardner in the
right
stomach.
in
I know. Everybody punched
him in the face and knocks him out.
Knocks him the fuck out.
Punched.
Yeah. Then we got Frontiersman number 2, guys. If you didn't pick up Frontiersman number 1, the story is about a retired adventurer style superhero that they go to try and get him to come back out of retirement so that he'll speak to conservation efforts. And I haven't read this issue yet, but the art's great. The story's cool. It's a unique hero. You're getting some type of galactic character in this one. Highly recommend. Definitely worth a pickup. Star Trek Mirror War number 2.
It's my boy Worf.
Right. Listen, when you have mirror universe stuff in Star Trek, it's going to be the best there is. It's the evil version of Star Trek. It's there. Everybody's seen, when you have an evil version of anything, they wear a goatee. That's where this started, was with the mirror universe of Star Trek. Highly, highly recommend. And we had the writer on here not too long ago, I believe. Did we not? Did we have the writer on here? I thought we did. Next up, we Tipton.
Oh, no.
No, I thought we did. Next up, we have James Stokey's Orphan and the Five Beasts number 3, coming back after a brief hiatus. If you don't read Stokey stuff, I feel bad for you. All right.
It was solicited over and over and over, and it finally came out today.
Yeah, he's I don't know. He does everything himself. He does a lot of this himself. So it's published by Dark Horse, but he's basically doing everything. You got the Batman Superman Authority special here. Great issue, by the way. That 4-issue miniseries was it felt like it should have been 6. And I'm not normally one to say that about minis. Normally they're getting drug out, but that one it went too fast. But here's the deal, guys. This is going to show up as a backup in Action Comics moving forward.
Can't wait. Except for the fact that the paper issue is restricting the next issue from coming out from Action.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Here we have the 3rd printing of Gun Honey number 1. I have the Virgin variant. I have the 1st printing. I have the 3rd printing. Gorgeous cover. Adam Hughes, my boy.
You get the 2nd?
Yes, and I think that's in this pile here. I should have put them together.
Sweet.
But here we have some of the back issue stuff that I didn't have, that I had sitting in the bin. There's that Avengers annual. Here's me finishing off United States Captain America. There's 3, 4, and 5. There you go. Like that there. Here is, I jumped off the X train a while back, but I've been meaning to get this one issue. This is X-Corps number 2. And the reason I grabbed it is because a guest on the show appears in this comic.
Really?
He does. And I'm going to show you real quick here, real fast. Does anybody have a guess as to who that guest might have been?
Doug Wood, only because he was mentioned already tonight.
That's a good guess. It is not him. David
Pepose.
No, it's not David. So does everybody remember that they had celebrities in this, right? They did. This is part of the gala, the Hellfire Gala.
They had Kevin Feige even in it.
Right. Well, right down here in this panel down here, we see the beautiful Adrienne Palicki and her brother Eric, who's been on the show, currently putting out Blacksmith from Ahoy. And you know, if you don't know Eric, if you haven't seen our show with him, go look that episode up. Eric's a great guy. His comics are fucking dope. I highly recommend them. I've never picked anything up from him I've been disappointed in. This came out today too. We got Turbo Kid, Apple's Lost Adventure #2. Has everybody seen the movie Turbo Kid?
I love that movie. I missed the first issue, but I got the second today.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful. It's a ridiculous
I've never
movie.
seen this one. Can you tell me what the premise is?
Oh my God, Kirk, we have got to watch this together this weekend.
Yeah.
Movie night, let's go.
You, me, Ace, all of us, we're going to be watching Turbo Kid this weekend if we have
Turbo Kid.
It is
Dope ass movie. It is ridiculous, but it is a dope ass movie. Oh, very nice, Ava. Here we have from Sit Comics, we have the Unbeatable Blue Baron Binge book #1. This is technically the sequel to their Heroes Union that they did not too long ago. Guys, these books are $3.99. They're oversized. It's Bronze Age goodness in these stories. Brand new stories, very Bronze Age-ish.
Oh, but this is a modern day book that came out.
Modern day book just came out today.
Nice.
Just came out. This guy is doing these Sit Comics. He's doing these binge books where they're extra big. They're $3.99. They're really, really good. This book, guys, let me tell you the pedigree on this book. First of all, they do something I really like. They number every one of them. So it's actually serialized. This one's $4.99. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Not $3.99, $4.99. But the pencil art is by Ron Frenz. The ink art is by Sal Buscema. Okay. That is a hell of a pedigree if you want to do a Bronze Age looking book.
And this just came out.
Just came out today. Now, here's the thing. I've been doing a little research here, and it looks like some of these Sit comics that come out in the past, but they didn't have typical distribution. Now they're actually coming out, I believe, and being distributed by Diamond. So LCSs have the option to get them, and they don't have to order them directly from the website. If your shop doesn't get them, they do have a site, but it doesn't seem to have an active store. It seems like they actually have to physically order them in order to get them in the store, one way or another. So you can't order them yourself. I did look them up, find a couple on eBay. A little bit ridiculous prices. Don't recommend going that route. So here's that Batman Superman annual. I finally picked up my copy. A fucking dope ass cover, right?
I love everything that Francavilla touches.
Every issue that comes.
Gotta love
Every issue that comes out, you make me regret dropping that series.
It got good right as I was going to drop it.
And after the Batman Laugh stuff, I was like, I don't understand. I'm bored.
Now, here's the thing. This book is basically doing World's Finest. Now, Batman Superman's ending. However, after it ends, they're going to start doing basically World's Finest as a backup in Detective Comics.
Hey, I loved some of those old World's Finest stories.
Very Silver Age looking.
I might actually read my Detective Comics now.
Oh, there you go. Deathstroke Inc. #2. It's gonna be weird. I'm gonna be buying Detective. I'm not even gonna read the Batman story. Then we got Flash 774. Green Lantern #6.
That's a great cover.
There's that annual. Joker #8. A lot of these are like a little bit. I had a little bit of a backlog. A little bit of a backlog in the bin. Justice League 67. 68, Mr. Miracle 4, Mr. Miracle 5, 6 came out today. I left it in the bin because I haven't read 4 and 5. Shazam #3, Shazam #4. So glad that ended because I'll be honest with you. I read the first issue. I was like, I just don't care, but I didn't cut it off.
Shazam! Shazam, man!
Wonder Woman 779. If you guys weren't reading the recent Wonder Woman, she was traveling the multiverse.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah. Here's 780. This is the end of the multiverse story. Here we got Adventure Man #6. I think that came out last week. Femme Force 193. Good Luck #3. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is Intrusion. This is a Heavy Metal Presents book.
Is that like a swamp monster? That's so cool.
Midnight Western Theater #5. Haven't read it yet, so I don't even really know. Midnight Western Theater #5. Hey, Carolina, Chris. Project Patron #5. You know, honestly, this book kind of lost me, but I finished it anyway.
It was.
It was okay.
It got a little weird once the reveal happened.
Yeah.
I definitely was impressed the first 3 maybe the first 2 issues.
Right. 7 Swords #3 there. Here we got Super Babes number 8, AC Comics book. This is the AC books are fun because it's a universe populated solely by female superheroes. There's male superheroes, but they are basically relegated to like also rans and sidekicks. Tarot number 130, gorgeous artwork from Jim Ballant. Transformers King Grimlock number 3. Somehow I missed number 2.
King Grimlock? He's the
Oh
king
yeah.
now?
Oh, dude.
Grimlock thinks you don't need to read issue 2.
He travels to an alternate world where it's basically like a sword and sorcery world, and he's fucking Grimlock. So it works out well. This came out last week, guys. If you didn't see it, I grabbed it because the cover was gorgeous. The interiors were different, but it looked like an interesting story. Twin Mermaids, Princesses of the Sea. It's not a kid's story. All right. You might see a mermaid's book and be like, kids. No, not a kid's story.
Not a kid's book. What is it then?
It's, a book.
Oh, so I was thinking it was going to be one of your Boundless kind of books.
No, not at all. It's not at all. Not at all. Here we have Unbelievable Unteens number 2. Trying to catch up, but I dropped it. It wasn't doing it for me. Number 3, Walking Dead 24. I love that red cover.
Oh yeah.
25. This is a little weird. I grabbed issue 2 of this before. Couldn't find issue 1. This is a manga that was translated and brought over for the Americans. World War III. It's Motofumi Kobayashi from Antarctic Press. World War III. And it reads, like manga. Goes backwards.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then, of course, I tracked down me a copy of that Batman Fortnite 0 Point because I finally had finished reading it.
Story.
I finished the first one. That's why I grabbed this one. I haven't read this one yet, but I did like the first one. The only thing I didn't like about the first one was the inclusion of everybody's most overused character in DC.
Oh, yeah.
I jumped
on the bandwagon late too. I still love that dude.
Phantom Star Killer number 1. This is like the 4th printing, but it's a glow in the dark cover.
Is it Grayskull? Want to be a ninja?
So basically, this is kind of like, what if? I think the best way to describe this is like, what if the Star Wars was rougher. I think is the best way to describe it. Couple more here. I don't know if I showed these last week. I feel like I did. Did I show you this vinyl number 5?
I don't know if you showed it, but I remember reading it and it was great.
It's great. Crossover number 9.
Yeah, I think you did. Because I didn't get that cover.
No. Jupiter's Legacy, Requiem, Vampires, DC versus Vampires. That was pretty good. Citizen number 2. So I had this on my poll. I dropped it because, I put it on the poll before we found out about Action Lab. Task Force Z. That was okay. We only find them when they're dead. That's number 9.
Nice. I have the last 3 issues. I have not bothered reading them.
Yeah, I'm a couple issues behind too.
We Don't Kill Spiders number 2.
That's what I want to read.
Moon Knight 4.
Such a good series.
Pop Star Assassin.
Need to read that still.
Here's Snelson. Are you guys reading Snelson from Ahoy?
I never heard of that one.
It's a Paul Constant book. There's issue 2 and 3. Basically, it's a cancel culture book with a stand-up comedian, and they're making fun of the cancel culture, the people who whine about cancel culture. So it's pretty good. Latest issue of Echolands.
Is that 2 or 3?
I think this is 3. Yeah, it's gonna be 3.
I just have 2. I need to get that one.
Great book. Now we're gonna get into some fun stuff. First of all, I ordered a bunch of variant covers for everything basically that's coming out from Archie right now. I'm ordering variant covers, and I was on the eBays, and I came across. Agreed, Michael. I came across a book that had a variant cover from an eBay seller that I bought books from a bunch of times. Okay. Apparently this is their first variant they ever did for their store. And the artist works for their shop. So here we have Chilling Adventures in Sorcery #1. That's a store exclusive variant cover.
I was gonna say, what the shit? How come I didn't pick that up today?
So there's the regular with the trade dress, and here's the Virgin variant.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful, right? I can send you the link if you want, Rob.
Oh, I want.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's I had to get it. I bought books from these guys before. They're nice to deal with.
Lady, what?
That is true. My landlord did say that. To be fair, I mean, I really can't. I really can't deny it.
The kitty is petting the kitty. Sorry.
All right. Last new book this week. Here we got After Dark, a horror anthology from Aftershock. Look at that.
Oversized.
Oh, nice.
Look at this list.
Did you read it already?
Of creators. I have not yet.
Let me know how that is.
A couple more back issues. I found these in a dollar bin, and wait till you see the artist. These were apparently order incentives. I didn't even bother. The rest of the series was there. I didn't even fucking bother. I don't even care. I'm not even going to read it. Mars Attacks #3.
Dang.
Francavilla cover.
A great cover. I grew up reading those novels as a kid. Like, that scared the shit
I
out of
don't
me.
know if my LCS has any Aftershock.
Here's Mars Attacks #4 with a hack cover.
No way.
I will buy anything that Francavilla or hack draw. I mean, literally fucking anything. I don't give a shit what it is. And these are gorgeous. I love them. I was so happy to find them. Now, Gun Honey. I said I got some Gun Honey, right?
Yeah.
So I showed you my first issue there, the reprint. Here's issue 2. Pretty. Here are 2 variants of issue 1. There's... I don't know who the hell our artist is on that. McGinnis.
I'm not 100% myself.
And there is the Final Order cutoff exclusive or variant. Beautiful covers. Just fucking gorgeous. Love them.
Who did that one?
Yeah, I was curious too. That's a nice one.
I don't know. It says McGinnis, so that's a McGinnis.
No, that one right there. Who did that one?
McGinnis.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, McGinnis. Yeah. Here we got a Sabrina the Teenage Witch #1. That's an Adam Hughes variant on that.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Now we got to the books that have a old comic smell.
Ooh.
Adventure Comics #363. I've got this weird kick right now where I'm buying Gold Key. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm an idiot. Boris Karloff's Tales of Mystery,
nice.
#32.
So anthology stories of.
Yeah, it's I think like Ghosts or any of the horror stuff from Charlton. Here we have Phantom #19 from King Features. This is actually the second King Features issue.
Oh, that's great.
Right? It's nice looking in it. Here we have Flash Gordon #15. This is the second Charlton issue. Before that, it was published by King. Here is another Charlton book. I'm getting into these Charlton, King, and Gold Key. Like, y'all going to have to pull me out because I'm going to spend too much money on this crap. It doesn't sell for a lot. The comics aren't, like, the best. But they're just so cool. Midnight Tales #3. Look at that cover.
Yeah.
So it looks very Wally Wood. This is actually Wayne Howard is the artist. He did a bunch of stuff for Charlton, and it's not real expensive, but it's really gorgeous stuff. I think he's a highly underrated artist. Yeah, like I said, he's really got that Wally Wood style, and they're just beautiful. Another Gold Key book here, Mighty Samson #16.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Now, I was telling Miss Ree all about the Gold Key books. And someday maybe we'll do a little conversation on those to give everybody some ideas. But these books basically, Gold Key was the publishing arm of Western Publishing, the comic publishing arm of Western Publishing. They also do the Little Golden books, same company. Okay. And in the 50s, they had a publishing deal with Dell Comics. One of them did the printing, the other one did the distribution. And in the early 60s, they said, you know what, we can split off and do it on our own. Gold Key's one of their most famous characters. Turok was originally published by Dell. I think he first appeared in Dell 4-Color Spectacular #622 or something like that. And And then, you know, he got his own series. That series just morphed into Gold Key, and it ran like 128 issues. And Mighty Samson is a superhero, use the term loosely, in a post-apocalyptic New York City. Speaking of weird publishers, again, King Comics. Here's Jungle Jim, number 5. Look at the red on that cover.
Nice.
It's sharp. It's really sharp. I got this for $2.
Nice.
Here we got Black Lightning, number 6 from his first series. Here we got Star Wars. All these ones with the labels all came from hipcomic.com. Guys, check them out. They do these 99-cent sales. You can get some great books really cheap. Sweet. I think their regular price stuff is just as expensive as you'll get on eBay. And in fact, in some instances, a little bit more expensive. But the 99-cent sales, you get some good deals. That one there I got for $1. Dark Empire number 2. So Star Wars Dark Empire is the first Dark Horse series for Star Wars.
Oh, nice.
So if you're issue 2? Yes. Dang, I had the first one, the second one, and the 6th one. 3 and 4 and 5 I gotta get.
You got it for like $2, let me guess.
Yeah, $2.
Do it.
Last issue I needed from this Atlas run, Scorpion number 3. The Atlas Seaboard stuff. I'm getting real close to knocking that out, being all done with the publisher. This is Transformers number 43. Another one real close to being done with that.
I want to start that series.
Angel and the Ape number 2.
Wow, nice.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great Silver Age. 2 more books to go here, guys. I have, I've been trying to finish off my Doom Patrol. I'm really getting close. This is Doom Patrol number 107.
You're inspiring me, dude. I want those Silver Age Doom Patrol books.
They're so much fun. And last but not least, this might be my biggest pickup of the week. It's also my most expensive. I spent $25 whole on this one, so I really wanted it, guys.
You dug deep.
I really wanted it. Superman number 202, 80-page giant, all Bizarro issue.
Oh,
it
just features Bizarro?
All Bizarro. That's all it is. The spine is real nice yet. You know how those square bound got crushed real easy. It's very sharp. There's a little discoloration right here, but other than that, it's a real tight, solid book.
There's no punch through from the staple.
Right, which is real big on these square bound guys. If you can get them where the cover's not pushed through from the staple, that's a book that was loved. It was taken very good care of. So that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.
Lady, you ready?
Out of my face.
Yep. So,
ready for lady.
Start with...
Hey, lady!
Hey, lady!
Hey, lady.
Poor lady, fantastic. Poor lady, fantastic.
I fucking love it.
So these are my new comic book day pickups. I got Death of Doctor Strange number 1. It is a second printing.
Let me know how that reads, because I'm not sure if I want to read it.
I accidentally.
Whoops.
My bad. My finger hit the screen.
Do you think that's going to tie into Strange Academies?
What?
The new issue came out today.
The what?
Yeah.
No, but I got that. I didn't have time to read it though. Amazing Fantasy number 4 of 5.
Is that Storm?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
It's like a Frazetta style.
That's so beautiful.
I know. I need to get issues 2 and 3. So that. This is the Strange Academy.
Is that
the Doctor Strange Stormbreakers variant, and it's Peach Momoko.
I was going to say, is that Peach? Yeah.
Yep, it's Peach.
That's nice.
One of her better covers.
I love those Strange Academy characters. That's I
it's
can't wait
so
till the
cute,
trade
isn't
comes
it?
out. Yeah.
So, and then
He
got
did.
a
He
thing
did.
called Truth number 1.
He did. I loved it.
And
so good.
Silver Coin
Ooh.
number 6.
Nice.
Newburn number
What's that
1.
story?
Chip Zdarsky's on that.
No, is that issue 1?
Yeah, it just came
I'm
out
gonna have
today.
to pick that up.
Yeah,
that's a nice cover.
And then they had the Hellcop 3D thing.
Oh, that cover is sick too, with the glasses too.
Yeah. It's a 3D version. So I picked it up.
Regular copy is $4.99. That one is.
This one's $7.99.
No way. It makes sense though.
Yeah.
You're paying for the glass.
Yeah. So there's that, but then now I want to show you guys some stuff that came in the mail. The last thing I show you though is something that I got off the wall today. So this came in the mail. Miss Marvel number 5, first print. This is the first appearance of her it's her suit, and it's like something Storm something. I can't.
Storm Ranger, Stormbringer,
Storm Ranger. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I had the second print, which I just want to show you guys. This was the second print of number 5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then
old school cover.
Yeah.
Comics group on the top. That's clean.
And then I picked up this recent. These are pickups from the interweb. Or auction.
Oh no way! That's a great cover.
Doctor Strange 60. So the appearance of the Darkhold.
You be getting them good covers.
I got mine for like $25. I know you got that for less.
So, and then I got this from these next 2 from HGM Law, one of the auctions he was on, but I got a Devil Dinosaur.
Oh, nice! I thought you had an issue already, didn't you?
I didn't have it.
Really? Damn.
Yeah,
I want to complete that series. I have an issue. I have issue number 1, but I need a better copy. I need to upgrade mine.
Yeah, so,
I have the full run. Not my favorite Kirby series. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Really? Dang, maybe I shouldn't.
I just got this to be like.
Focus on Godzilla then.
Yeah, I just got this because I'm a Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Right. Yeah, that's the only reason why I got that one too.
Still great. I mean, still great books.
This from HGM Law.
Oh
no way!
Very nice.
Dang.
You know, I want to give you one of those banger alerts, but I know something else that you're going to be pulling out in just a moment.
I mean, that's a banger. So we'll be a 2 banger. 2 covered by 1 later.
And then I got this crazy cheap because it has a stain in it, and like I don't give a fuck. Excuse me.
Let's see it.
Fantastic Four 94.
No way!
First appearance of Agatha Harkness.
No way! With the Frightful Four in there too.
So the stain like is in the Fantastic Four thing. You can see it, but like
you came up for real,
y'all. I'm not playing. So, yeah, and then
damn.
I got this in the mail. The Fantastic Four 150.
Right, I think I had this issue. That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a badass Ultron issue. I just been needing it.
She's
all right. Here's the thing. I found off the wall today for like a crazy price.
This is it.
Oh!
Finally got it. Finally
there it is.
Happened.
Banger alert.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert. Holy fucking shit. Look at that fucking book. Oh my fucking god. Look at that fucking book. Oh my fucking god. Look at that book. Jesus. Oh my god.
I like turtles.
Yeah, so anyways, there's it's not in the best shape.
What's my Graham homie?
Who cares? Great
Exactly.
book.
I've been needing it for my run, and like you guys, man, I got this for like $15 or $20 because you got a stain.
I'd pay that. I'd pay twice that.
I know. It's like, what the hell? I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Dang. And then to find like the cat. Oh my God.
That's great. I've been hunting for that for a little while. Every time I find it, it's way too much for way too low of a grade.
Yeah. I'm just needing a 3 now.
So I've just been crazy, like lucky. That's all I can say. Anyways, that's all
Great
I've
haul.
got.
Great haul.
Yeah, you struck gold. That's a that ain't
Well,
luck.
I didn't get any keys today. I only got 1 back issue, and none of them are anywhere near the range of the heat.
Oh, I also picked up this Cherry Blackbird #4. I have three, so I have all of them.
Very
I just
nice.
love there. But anyways, this issue's called "Fuck the World." All right.
Yancey Street all day.
Language people. All right, so I guess I should show some books, huh?
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody's gonna die. Come watch TV. Wow, hey, look, you guys, the sun's rising.
Which, by the way, if anybody hasn't gotten a chance to take a look at it, I did a little thing over for Whack Comics, so he has a little short video on his different tiers for joining his channel. You might want to check that out this week. Now, these are all the comics that I picked up this week. Not everything that you see here, just this stack, and that stack. So the most I wound up picking up this week out of anything was Independence, strangely enough. Next up was the DC, doesn't seem as bad. And then Marvel. Marvel seems piddly. Let's see what Marvel
so piddly.
Piddly is accurate. I think they had 8 books this week.
The word is so good. Oh, nice.
This is just the Marvel stack with 1 back issue.
Ooh,
now, this back issue here is the only issue. Yeah, it was the only one that I needed to complete my Man Thing run from Adventure into Fear. So now I have an issue 10 all the way through 19 and then picks back up at 20 with Michael Morbius. So, actually, I'm going to just change the cameras around over here so things look a little easier.
I love me when I have a big hunk of Man Thing done.
Oh, yeah, we love the Man Thing. But I also like a little bit of Frazetta looking goodness with the...
Yes.
It's cool.
We've already seen that one, so I'll show you a cover that you haven't seen yet. This one reminds me of an old like Frank Miller.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a beautiful cover.
Variant?
Yep.
Yeah, that's another variant. It even says it right down there.
Oh,
variant cover. Yep.
That's variant comics.
Great cover.
Here is my variant edition of Doctor Strange Death of with Avengers. The regular A cover, I wasn't clearly able to tell if that was a Stokey or not. If it was, I would have picked it up.
I don't think it was. I remember it, and I don't remember who the artist was, but it was a pretty cool cover.
Yeah. Oh no! Drop my pants and show the books. Yeah, you don't want to see that. No. All right, this is the second print of Moon Knight. This is that new character that they have in their Hunter's Moon. They wound up making a Walmart book that has a lot of this covered in red and the title's covered red. I want that book. So this is the Strange Academy presents Death of Dr. Strange. Hey, Art Chemist, good to see you tonight. So I know that this is going to be tying in. I haven't read it tonight.
That answers my question. I gotta have to get that.
And there's more than one cover. And yeah, now I have my full Man Thing.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah, what's up?
I'll go back to my LCS, and if they still have the other copy, I'll pick it up.
Just let me know if they have
Strange
it.
Academy. Yeah,
it's worth it. I need to complete all the Strange, and I need to get a regular A cover for issue number 1. I'll get around to it. So here I kind of jumped off of the X-Men Legends, but this one, I mean, come on. This is 90s gimmicky goodness with Omega Red versus the Wolverine. Hell yes.
Is that a homage cover?
You know what? You could say it was, and I would just smile and nod my head.
It's
Yeah, why
definitely
not?
the 90s like, personified, dude.
If you want it,
totally. This is just the Marvel. It feels like not a lot of Marvel came out this week. I don't know if it's because of the paper
Who
issue.
do you have the most, Indies or DC?
I have the most Indies this week, strangely
Oh, wow.
enough. All right. So this is Batman 116 cover B. This one is Peacemaker, and I have every issue in cover B.
Did Peacemaker to change his outfit? What the heck?
It's not Peacemaker. It's Peace something else.
Oh,
Peace Killer. Oh, Peace Killer. PK. Peace Killer.
Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper.
Oh, Peacekeeper.
Yeah.
Peace Killer sounds so much better.
It does, yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense. Hey, I got 2 covers of this. Here's the cover A of Batman Adventure Continues. And this is the cover B. I've been only trying to pick up the cover A's of the Adventure Continues, but come on. Yeah, I'm picking that up.
That's a great cover.
All right, this is that Authority special that you showed earlier. I'm digging the fact that they're bringing the Authority into the fold of the DC universe, despite the fact that it's just a giant joke against Marvel and DC characters of the day. Here's issue 5 of Batman Reptilian, done by Garth Ennis and Liam Sharp, guy that was working on Green Lantern seasons 1 and 2.
And just so everybody knows, also the guy who helped create Death's Head 2 in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I found out earlier this week that, what was it that I was watching? And Chuck Lorre wound up doing this entire song that wound up being huge in the 90s, and I completely forgot about it. And I forgot what I was talking about. Hey, it must be Wednesday. Hey, here's Crush Lobo issue number 6. Is anyone reading this?
No, is it good? Is it any good? I haven't been picking up any DC, any new DC, honestly.
I was going to grab it.
I read the first 3 issues.
First issue had like 1 page with Lobo in it. I was like, yep, I'm good.
So I picked up both covers because Yasmin Putri's cover for issue 1 of Steel looks pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to be getting on all these Elseworld titles because they're 12 issues long. There's vampires and medieval times. It's too much, man. Too much. But I'll pick up the first issue, especially when said first issue has a Josh Middleton cover.
Great cover.
I mean, even if the issue is terrible, I don't care. Middleton, I buy just sight unseen. Here's that Green Lantern issue 6. I think this is the Hitch cover.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Sinestro.
Nice.
I'm so behind in that one. I think I've read the first 3 issues.
I still got to read them.
Yeah.
Here is Human Target number 1. I will not be reading that until the 12th issue comes out.
Are you going to read it in one chunk?
All in one chunk, because it's the only way you can read Tom King when he does these maxi series. When you're reading just one and you wait a month, you lose all that nuance in between.
Yeah.
Here's Mr. Miracle issue number 6, final issue. Let me get Superman number 78. Oh, no, it's not number 78. It's just the year of 78 for those that aren't familiar with the movies. But hey, at least he gets to fight a supervillain in Brainiac later at some point, I hope. Here is Swamp Thing. It's almost finishing out the series.
That's a great cover, dude.
It doesn't focus, Craig. And the last one for DC, this is Teen Titans Academy number 7. It is the B cover. It's more of a throwback.
That is hilarious.
That's great.
The kids like apes. Make everybody an ape.
They go on ape shit.
Hey, when you see how much I spend week to week on comic books, I feel like going ape shit too. That was the DC. Here is Indies, which strangely enough, I mean, maybe not so strangely enough, is the stuff I look forward to reading more than usually the Marvel and DC stuff, which feels like a lot of retreads these days. Here is Chilling Adventures of Sorcery. I know Ace would love this because it has Michelle Rodriguez. I mean, not Michelle Rodriguez, but it's Michelle Rodriguez as Madam Satan. Love that. Here's well, I don't think that's Madam Satan.
What's up? Aggressively relaxing.
Hey, aggro.
Yeah, Madam Satan is great in these on those covers.
Here's your shine.
There it is.
Get the shine on.
Oh, nice.
Metallic ink.
Metallic ink. Still don't have the second print. Oops. I know I ordered it. Hey, here's that Knighted issue number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I
know
just
that's a good series.
I know nothing about it other than, well, you're trying to be a superhero because the superhero that came before kind of getting killed and you're responsible. So now you're filling in. I like the premise. Gilliam March. This is a story that they did quite a while ago. As when you flip a couple pages, if you remember Dragon Ball, and I mean the first series, not with the Z on it, that Dragon Ball would show Goku off in with his little dingaling.
Yeah.
You see a little kid with a dingaling in that. So I go, oh, well, that's definitely not going to be shown to anybody under the age of 18.
Exactly.
The Me You Love in the Dark, issue number 4, that dropped on today.
Dang.
I still need to read issue 2 and 3. I did like number 1, but I want to read that all. Here is New Burn, issue number 1. It's the cover A, Chip Zdarsky. Hey, I'm loving Stillwater. I just hope that I don't get confused.
Oh, yeah. Stillwater's
and
been so good, dude.
Here is that James Stokey. I'm never going to pronounce that right. It's issue number 3 of 5 for Orphans and the Five Beasts. He just blew up some huge dude. And I don't mean fat dude. This guy's like the size of a house. And it reminds me of the best parts and sort of the worst parts of Fist of the North Star. It really reminds me of that. So here is the Simmons cover for The Rush.
Nice.
This Hungry Earth. Now, there is another cover that this one will be going to Ace because they weren't able to find that today.
Oh, that.
And now this is weird because I thought that I already picked this up last week, and you'll see why. So you'll go, wait a second, those kids look kind of familiar. Are you sure you didn't pick that one up already? I said the same thing. So I went back to go, why does it look so similar? Oh, because this is King Spawn issue 3, and this one is Spawn 323.
Huh.
So
that's a bit
someone
weird.
Isn't picking this up today because they messed up.
Right.
I didn't. I just went, hey, better err on the side of caution. These things are only $2.99 for Spawn. Do I read it? Hey, look at the Baron covers, though. That's the only reason you got it. Here is A Thing Called Truth, issue number 1. It's a new Image series, so, give it a shot. Know nothing about it. And I was the only person in the shop to order this today. Maybe it's because of the cover.
No, April O'Neil.
April O'Neil, but very, very simple cover.
Yeah, I dig it.
And the last book, because you already have the other cover, here's the cover A on Turbo Kid. Because
nice.
I looking between Betty and Veronica, I'm always going to hands down be a Veronica person. It's because of the whole Betty Page thing. Not to say that there's anything wrong with blondes. I just prefer the Veronica type. But then we get Apple. And Apple is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And if any of y'all have not seen Turbo Kid, and if it's still on Netflix, I assure you, as soon as this show is over, ditch us and go click on Turbo Kid on the Netflix because you're going to have yourself a good goddamn time. No, I'm not completely done yet because something happened today that was a little off. And it wasn't the fact that I learned earlier today that my first sponsor passed away. It reminds me that, we're not going to be custodians of these comic books forever. We're just the temporary holders on until the next person owns them. So we try to take care of them. But this is what was a little weird today. I didn't have anything on order. Who sent this? It comes from, and I'm covering up addresses here, but it's from Bird City Comics. So I zipped the top and bottom. I didn't want to make everybody wait and possibly have me take out an eyeball, again, like I did last week. So,
No cutting your fingers off.
Well, I only did that once. And this was when I was literally cutting cheese. I almost sliced the tip of my finger off. Let's not do that. Learn from me, kids. Don't get struck by lightning. Don't get shot. Don't get stabbed. Don't get set on fire. Always cut away. So here we go. This is what came in the mail today. Let's see what it is. Lady was like, open it up. Let's see what it is. And thank you so much, Planet Arizona. I'm just trying to be in a better mood. I don't know how it works. I don't know how people are able to do it. Oh, yeah, because I'm not a person. I'm just an alien trash can.
On your face.
There we go. All right. Oh, it finally came. Holy shit. Yeah, this is what I did. I ordered this so
Oh,
long
I
ago.
remember that.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Ordered it so long ago you forgot you ordered it.
Exactly. So let's take a look at this.
Dude. Dun, 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 dun. That's
Nice.
so cool.
Stray Dogs. This is a
Very
little
cool.
print. I don't know if I'll frame it or not, but look at this.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's a tree, basically.
It was
Yeah,
a
it's
special
great.
cover, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's like
Supposed
a
to look like
shiny, raised
Goosebumps.
type.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
grew up reading Goosebumps and loved those stories.
This is one of, if not my favorite story that has come out so far this year. There's a lot of great comics that came out this year and so far, and we're going to be doing 2 episodes towards the end of the year, one with the best pickups that we picked up and another show of the best comics that we thought were put out by the Independents, the Marvel, the DCs, the Images, all the different comic companies. So that's what came in the mail today. I'm glad that I saw this. Now, last thing I want to bring up is, so I don't know about any of y'all if you use CLZ. You all use CLZ, most of you, right? CLZ?
Yeah.
I think some people are taking a shit. It's fine. So
I
CLZ
replied.
was.
Can you hear me?
Oh. Maybe I'm just talking too much.
I mean, as soon as you
Well,
say, I
you
figure
use
he's
it, I
taking a
use it.
shit. I know you're talking about me.
Automatically, you know.
So
it's
yeah,
true.
we might have heard a little while ago that CLZ just discontinued their use of the Go Collect. So now, as a result, we don't have pricing on our CLZ anymore. So
wow.
I was now given the option: do I drop CLZ altogether? Which y'all remember back at the beginning of the pandemic.
I remember you put in work.
2 solid weeks.
Yep.
And what wound up happening, as you can see over here to the right of the screen, I wound up investing in the $60 unlimited to sign up to cover price. Now, I have almost 17,000 comics. They went to upload the list on Monday, and there it is. They were able to get most of the collection in, not all of it. And this site is great. It'll let us know like our hot comics.
What's it called again?
It's called Cover Price, COVR price.com. It doesn't have an app as far as I'm aware, but it updates 5 times a day. So you wind up knowing exactly what you have. You can take a look and find out by the highest pricing, and it updates, I think I said it already, 5 times a day. So here's like from the highest. Let's see here. And the difference between looking up whether or not I should have gone with Cover Price or Go Collect, if you are doing nothing but slabs, you might want to go with Go Collect. But if most of your stuff is raw, like most of my stuff, this is what I'm going to wind up doing. So they weren't able to get every single book because I have close to 17,000, but you can always resubmit the list. Towards the end of the year, they should be introducing a new API for CLZ. So this is why I will be holding on to it for right now. But Now, this is just something that we all kind of have to worry about when we deal with comic books. Hey, we archived everything. Hey, it's not existing anymore. Now what? Well, always have to find out what else is available. So that's pretty much been our episode tonight. Lady Fantastic, is there anything coming up over on your channel or doing anything special?
No, nothing really. Just I think I'll be on Southern Comic Geeks and this Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Doing a little auction and being chill. Other than that, you catch me on Rob's. And sometimes on Friday, Saturday, Rob and I like to just do a little decompression comic therapy kind of session.
And this week, I think I might just show my adventure into fear now that I finished out Man-Thing.
Oh, snap. Do it. Do it for sure.
Comics on the Mind, you got anything going on tomorrow on Gorilla
Just the regular shows, Teachers Lounge tomorrow. I was supposed to do a show with JP Budget Collect for his indie show, but it got pushed back to the 16th. So check us out on the 16th.
Put it in your calendar app.
Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, we're just reading the Invincible, which has been so good. Just going through all the trades, man. I've read the first 15 trades now. It's been a hell of a ride. But I'm enjoying it for sure. So if y'all want to hear us yap about that, come on by.
Unlike Walking Dead, it really didn't.
What you read, Miracle Man? I saw that
myself. What you got there?
I want to see too.
Oh, I'm talking this whole time, and I got my goddamn microphone on.
No,
not everybody.
I was just reading through this World War III here.
Nice.
From Antarctic. I don't normally buy a whole lot of Antarctic books because the Dunn brothers who run it, they're a little bit fashy light. So I have a tendency to not buy their stuff. But I figured I'd give it a shot. There it is.
So
banger.
Do you just want me to do another banger alert?
No,
you can't do it. Ace
It's
might
not
be watching.
happening. No,
It's time to go to sleep.
Retreat.
Well, listen, for everybody who's still here, if you watch our show and you're not watching Whack Comics, make sure you head on over and subscribe to them right away. Same thing with I Freaking Love Comics, IFLC, and the Eva Webb titular podcast. And last but not least, make sure you sub up Be Gay Do Comics because she makes some great stuff too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yes, I think daylight savings time is coming up.
Really? When?
Yeah, it's fall back though, so it'll be earlier.
We gain an hour, so that's
right,
awesome.
we get an extra hour of sleep like next Sunday.
Okay,
Next
I'm
week,
down.
instead of having to wake up at 5 a.m. like I sometimes do on a Thursday, I'll be having to wake up at 4 a.m.
Good.
No, it'll be like you're waking up at 6 a.m.
Oh, sweet.
But it'll still be 5 a.m. Your body will just think it's 6 a.m.
Yeah, you'll adjust eventually, and then it'll be like a normal,
right? Yeah,
really regular life.
Haven't you realized by now it could be 7 o'clock in the afternoon or in the morning, and I'm still thinking it's 4 a.m. Why do I feel so tired?
Yeah, that's my life right
All
there.
that coffee, all that Cubano coffee.
That's my life.
All right.
All right, everybody.
So next week, we're going to be having Jeremiah Espinoza. So tune in for episode 117 of Not Near Mint. Otherwise, my comic book shop that I go to, it's Miami Fresh Comics. He's over on Instagram. He does a show, claim sale, every Thursday around 8:30 or so. So tune into him. Otherwise, smash that like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. We're going to be doing some more short interviews that we will be posting probably on Mondays and Tuesdays. We're going to try and bulk the channel up just a little bit, but still retain our integrity. And speaking of integrity, maintain yours. Remember, we love you and love yourself, but not as half as much as we love comic books. Nighty night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Don't die. I mean, please try not to die.
Yeah. Don't be a dick. And flirkin'.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Rob Worst, Lady Fantastic, Miracle Man, Comics on the Mind, Ace, and Whack Comics will be back next week. New Comic Book Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Not Near Mint. And remember,